Kristofer here with another steep spiritual sustenance offering. If you'll be patient and bear with me for just a moment. I love these woods. I love living close to Patapsco, and I love getting opportunities to be out in the woods in this time of pandemic. Getting out from behind the desk, sitting at the computer all day long on Zoom calls, and reaching out to many of you as much as we possibly can. It's good to just get some exercise and get out there. Our family have been trying to go for hikes as often as we can, and in some of the most beautiful, more remote areas where we don't see folks, we see lots and lots of invasive species that are choking the life out of trees that are just beautiful, old growth trees. These vines look like an English ivy or something of that kind, but just a little ways down there's a tree that just came, that I saw fall I guess probably about a week ago, but it was just overtaken by wisteria. Really beautiful, but just it had overpowered it and the whole tree just collapsed. These invasive species that really don't belong growing here, some of them just strangle the trees and choke them. Others just pull all the sap out of them. Some of the vines that I've cut, you can just watch the water gushing out from them. There's something that feels really powerful about cutting one of these vines and imagining the life that's possible for the tree when you do that. Now, there are right and wrong ways to do this, and so I've spent a lot of time trying to study some of that. I don't recommend you going out and doing this. There's a point that I'm sharing in all this, but getting it down at the root, and then clearing it up a little bit higher, but not pulling the entire vine down, allowing the vine to die on its own. Without that rootedness, it can't get the nutrients that it needs to continue to take the life of the tree. So, as you can tell, I've been thinking a lot about vines lately. Jesus talked a lot about, well, maybe not a lot, but he talked some about vines. In John's Gospel, he talks about how he is the true vine, and that how we are the branches. And he talked about pulling forth branches that don't bear fruit so that the nutrients can flow to those fruit-bearing branches. There's something really powerful about being a part of enacting some of that, of recognizing something as not being the true vine, in fact, being something that's actually taking life and not giving life, and using whatever tools at your disposal to be a part of God's work, co-creatively trying to tend creation. This past week was Earth Day, and I hope some of you have been celebrating in whatever ways you can, just remembering we are part of this earth, our fragile home, and we're called to be stewards of that. So I wonder if there are ways that you can take time, that you can make time to care for creation. I wonder what restorative practices in this season of Easter can help you be about bringing new life into the world around you. It can feel pretty overwhelming to feel all the weight of the challenges that we face now, all the uncertainty, and feeling like there's not much you can do. Finding small things like tending your garden or cutting back a vine can be very empowering. Help us to feel a deep connectivity, not only with the vine, but the vine grower, God, who gives the growth. So as this Easter season continues to blossom in your life, I pray that you continue to grow deeply, that those roots that you have that are grafted closely to the true vine would help you to find a deep sense of groundedness, a deep sense of connectedness with Christ as we grow together in this time. So may your life bear much fruit. in this day and in the days and weeks to come. Christ's peace be with you. Christ is risen. Christ is risen indeed. Alleluia.